Danica Doctolero, and I'm here with you guys to talk about the typhoon and what is the definition, or what is the specific words that can define the typhoon, and um, facts about typhoon, and what do we need to do when there's a typhoon, and what what do we need to prepare before, during, and after the typhoon. So there are many hazards that is existing not just in the Philippines but also over the world, just like earthquakes, volcanic eruption, um, typhoon, fire, and many more. But I'll be discussing to you about the typhoon. So, but first, I'm going to discuss to you is what is the definition, or what does the exact words to define typhoon. Um, Typhoon is a mature, or refers to a tropical cyclone that develops between 180 degrees and 100 degrees in the northern hemisphere. Or in a short term is a typhoon is a giant rotating storm that brings wind, rain, and destruction. Hurricanes and typhoons are both kinds of tropical cyclones. So, what is typhoon and what causes it? A typhoon forms when wind blows into areas of the ocean where the water is warm. This is this creates pressures which causes the winds to move very quickly. Um, what is Why is it called a typhoon? Typhoon entered the English language when explorers interact the residents of Southwest and Southern Asia, according to the online etymology dictionary. The word comes from tufan, which means big cyclonic storms in Arabic, Persian, and Hindi. But not just in the specific places. But that but the typhoon doesn't just occur in the specific places that I said. It occurs in different parts of the world. So I keep saying tropical cyclone, hurricane, and more. So what is tropical cyclone? Tropical cyclone is a rapidly rotating storm system characterized by a low pressure center. So here in the Philippines, there are 20 typhoons located along the typhoon belt in the Pacific. In the Pacific, the Philippines is visited by an average of 20 typhoons every year, which is 5 of it is or are destructive. So, how does a typhoon cause disaster? The typhoons can inflict terrible damage due to thunderstorms, violent winds, torrential rain, floods, landslides, large and very big waves associated with storm surge. Um, Before having a typhoon, or the weather is been reported in several channels in the Philippines, we should always listen to the news for weather update. It's either we're going to have a bad stormy weather, a very very hot sunny day, or anything. Knowing this weather, knowing the weather for today wouldn't just be an update for like what is it going to be? Am I going to prepare for anything? It can also let you prepare for a disaster and what might happen during typhoon. Before the typhoon strike, the government announced it, or the PAG-ASA, Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, or in short, PAG-ASA. So PAG-ASA isn't just all about weather updates. They also report what signal we are having, or per cities, per region, and how dangerous it can be, so that the local government, such as barangays, will get the news and quickly evacuate the people, so that it wouldn't be, or the people wouldn't put at risk during the time of typhoon. So once we got the news about the weather, and the weather said in our city, or yeah, in our place, that we're going to have such heavy rains, we need to prepare our emergency kit. The emergency kit should be consisting, or we should be packing the important documents, um, flashlights and canned goods, a radio, and a whistle. So once, so that once, if ever that we're going to be trapped, we have this flashlight and whistle to let others know that we're still here and we're alive and asking for help. And during the typhoon, we need to stay in the evacuation area until the storm passes. And after the typhoon, of course, we should wait until the water, if there are reported water level rise, we should wait for the water to calm down, or to at least um goes back to normal, and then before returning to our houses. Because if during that time of storm, heavy rains, not just heavy rains we're going to face, but also landslides and a flood. So in flood, we don't know what materials are there, if they're um, live wire that quickly put us in danger and at risk. So we better at least stay in the evacuation area before, I mean, after the typhoon. And after the typhoon, everything is settled, everything is back to normal. At least one of family members should check if and only if everything comes back to normal. Don't just go at your houses once the rain just stops. we also need to get an update before upon going to our houses. And j- as I was saying earlier, that we should have a one family member that going to the house, check on everything, if the infrastructure is still safe, if the electrical wirings is not damaged, and if everything is safe for our family to go back. During the typhoon, we should always keep an alert and active mind and keep ourselves safe. So that's it. Thank you.